patterns, trading patterns don't work, right? All of these different things, candlestick patterns, candlestick formations, um, and anything like that. So you can assume to use some of these things, right? Spinning top and shooting star. And, you know, some people would say, well, because you see a bearish engulfing, it automatically means this and it automatically means that. Unfortunately, it does not work the way you think it does, right? Candlestick patterns and these, any pattern in general does not work or will not work consistently in the way that you think it will. Strategies. Strategies don't work in the way that you think that they will, right? Why do we say that? Why am I saying that? Because again, and this is my belief, and I could be completely wrong about this, but this is a very dynamic industry. Dynamic in the sense that it is ever changing, ever moving, and it's always doing something different to keep things fresh per se. And in such a dynamic space, it is extremely complex to have a rules-based system uh, that could adapt to that constant change. So when you're looking at some of these things like this kind of breakout trend or this double top or this break and retest, all of these different things, what they are like this, they have like a bearish flag, all of these different things, they're good, you know. And they do have their merit. Sometimes they do work really good. But the problem is that what you're looking for is not for it to work sometimes. You're looking for it to work more times than it doesn't. You're looking for it to work on a consistent basis. Unfortunately, if you try to trade any of these and even others, I promise you, you will not get the results you're looking for. I promise you that. Signals, right? From whoever, anybody. Unfortunately, I don't even think I need to explain this, but unfortunately, no work. It does not work because the rate at which the person sends the signal and obviously the efficacy of the signal are all things in question, all things that we need to take and keep in question, right? We also need to take into account how quickly can we see those signals and react to that information such that you can place the trade yourself. I have found that they don't work. They don't work. Indicators, listen, there are millions and millions and millions. These are just some of the ones that TradingView has, right? And look at how much these are ones that people make, right? Top. Look at that. And then just hundreds, thousands. Look at that. This is ridiculous. All of these are indicators and strategies and different things. Look at that. Look at the size of that bar. And you're telling me that these are there for you to use and make money. Come on, man. Come on. Right? These are what trending. And they don't work. They don't work. Right? Now, I used to use moving averages many years ago. And for a long time it did work. But I think I misunderstood what was really working for me. It wasn't the moving average. It honestly was not the moving average. The moving average was literally just an additional confluence. And what I really want to touch on is when we go on to the parts of the things that did work for me is what actually worked. So let's get there now. Spatial awareness in and out of the chart. Spatial awareness in the sense of understanding what the market is doing and how does that reflect on what the wider world is suggesting the market should do. News events, and these kind of things. What is there some kind of is there something that's going to create some kind of friction in the market? Bank holidays, right? Spatial awareness just means awareness in general of the entire industry. Many traders go their entire lives, their entire journeys in this space, in this industry, never understanding some of these principles, understanding the spread, understanding how the spread can be manipulated, understanding when the spread is manipulated. All of that is spatial awareness, right? Out the chart, when we talk about how you interact with the chart, when we talk about how you would interact with a different market or different markets, how you would trade gold as opposed to trade USD JPY, how you trade USD JPY as opposed to how you would trade Euro CAD. All of that is spatial awareness in the sense of you can't trade any of these pairs the same exact way. Risk management, an important factor of what it is we do, right? You can't just go and say you want to put any amount of money on any trade using any account size. You can't do that. Unfortunately, you run the risk of risking way too much. Yes, you have the chance to make a lot, but you also have the chance to lose a lot, right? These are one of the things that did help me considerably. Understanding risk, understanding how much I want to or I'm okay with giving up. How much am I okay with or not okay with giving up? How much am I okay with taking home? Risk management, people almost always talk about the risk side of things, but almost no one talks about the reward side of things. The reward side of things in the regard of obviously you're having a risk to do something. You should have something that you can get back. Taking into account what you want to get back is an important factor that many traders tend to neglect. Right now, they wouldn't neglect it when it comes to make the money, but they neglect it in terms of understanding what exactly they're looking for. What exactly am I content with? Some traders want to make a lot of money on one trade. Some traders don't want to make a lot of money on one trade and they just want to win most trades. They just want to see blue in their accounts. They just want to see profit, right? All of these things are things that are very important for you to understand about yourself so that you can better engage with this industry. Context, understanding context, right? What is context? What do I mean by context? Price action, right? Now, this is considerably different from strategy and candlestick patterns. This is understanding what exactly the market is telling you. And this is not something that you can just get in a day or 2 days or a week. This is something you have to spend days, weeks, months, years even sometimes to get a proper understanding of why the market might do this rather than do that, right? And one of the things that helps me is continuously being in the market, right? Continuously sharpening my tools, sharpening my sword, right? Understanding again context and understanding how this market in particular behaves. I'm pretty good at trading gold, but if I were to say go on something like, I don't know, Shiba Inu, which is a cryptocurrency, I can assure you that I will not trade nowhere near with the same precision that I would with gold on Shiba Inu because I don't understand the price action of Shiba Inu. People think that price action, or let me just say I don't understand it. I better understand the price action on gold as opposed to Shiba Inu. People tend to think that price action is when price is creating higher highs and higher lows. I completely disagree. I believe price action is understanding the action itself of price. What is price doing? Not if it's making higher highs and higher lows. Because then you're suggesting that consolidation is not price action. Consolidation is not price making higher highs and higher lows, but it is price moving. There is something happening. If you cannot identify that, then you're off to a very bad start. Learning myself and understanding what exactly I'm happy with. For a long time, I personally wanted to just, this is before I was even a trader. For a long time, I just wanted to make a lot of money, right? And I can't see anyone who does not want to do this. I can't think of someone who says or who would say that I don't want to make a lot of money, right? Even if it is you don't have big goals or anything like that, you still want to make a lot of money because you obviously want to live a happy life, right? And for a long time, I wanted to make a lot of money and I didn't know what I wanted to do that. And it's only when I figured out myself and I learned that for me personally, I like to analyze things. I like to ask a lot of questions. Anywhere I worked, I always was the type to ask about what the particulars about this specific job is, right? Or ask questions in which some people might not necessarily have the answers to, right? That's because I am analytical by nature, right? And when I finally came into the Forex industry, I realized that this is not about any of the things that didn't work, such as trading patterns and strategies and all of that. It was really about thinking. It's about analyzing and thinking, right? And the real merit in this for me, or the real magic in this for me, and I really started to get it when I stopped trying to trade other people's strategy and other people's patterns and other people's signals and all of that, and really just try to understand and do my own thing. Right now, it doesn't mean that you cannot learn from someone, right? Because guess what? I did learn a lot from pretty much everyone I ever engage with, right? Even people I teach, I've learned a lot. But I say this to anyone who comes by me to learn. When you're coming by me to learn, you're not actually going to be learning to trade. What you're going to be learning to do is how to think, how to engage, and how to be analytical, how to ask relevant questions, right? That's what I teach. That's what I actually do as a trader. And if you cannot do this, then trading is just automatically hard for you. Automatically. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it has to be, right? Because you're still trying to do this the easy way, which is there's no such thing. So I hope that this video made some sense to you. Slightly different style, a different approach in the editing, and trying to see what works. Again, analyzing to see what works for me when I post videos on YouTube. If this style of video doesn't work, then I will not continue with it. Because again, the whole point of analysis is to figure out what works and continue doing that, figure out what doesn't work and get rid of it. I've been doing other videos before, had pretty good results, but not really extreme and amazing results. And I had to stop. If this style of video works, guess what? I'll double down. I'll do better editing. I'll do longer videos. I'll do more explanation and explainer videos. And I'll do all of that. Because again, if it's working, it's working. Have a good one, guys. See you all in the next one.